Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing an updated Amazon favorites video. I'm really excited about this one because we have a good mix of items. I will have everything linked individually, but if you would rather shop under one link where you can just scroll through my Amazon storefront and see pictures of all of these items, I will have that linked below as well. And you guys should follow my storefront. There I post all of my updated Amazon purchases and I categorize them, whether it is a home item, fashion item, beauty item, and everything in between. So definitely check that out and follow me over there. You can also follow me over on Instagram for more Amazon content. There is Prime Day coming up, so that is a really good place to get updated Prime Day deal information. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive into today's Amazon goodies. So the first thing that I wanted to mention in today's video are a few pairs of sunglasses, and these are all from Soho. They recently released an ocean collection, and I'm really excited to share it with you because I think this is such a cool concept. And you guys know, if you've watched any of my Amazon fashion videos or my Amazon favorites videos, this is one of my favorite sunglasses brands on Amazon. I'm sure you guys have heard of them, seen them on Amazon, or possibly even purchased them yourself because I feel like they are the most popular sunglasses brand on Amazon. And I'm super excited to be partnering with Soho on today's video. So let me tell you more about their ocean collection. Obviously, they have so many amazing pairs of sunglasses, but this was a collection that was about the sunglasses, but it's also about raising awareness for ocean conservation, which I think is incredible. So they sent over this cute little gift box that has a couple of ocean themed items, and let's dive into the sunglasses. So the coolest thing about the sustainable eyewear line is that it is crafted from recycled plastics and discarded fishing nets. I mean, I just can't even believe that, and you can definitely tell with the materials, but they're still really cute at the same time. So here is the first pair. I just went with an all black style. I am obsessed with the way these look. They're kind of oversized. I've kind of been wanting a pair of like oversized but rectangle shaped sunglasses, and these are perfect. I love how they are all black. There's no hardware on them, no gold, no silver, so you really can match these with anything that you're wearing. They have a slightly thicker band here, but it's not overwhelming, and like I said, I just love the shape of these frames. There's something that looks very modern about them, I think because they're a little bit rounded on the edges, and these are absolutely going to protect your eyes from the sun. I mean, they have such a dark lens on them. You cannot see my eyes at all through the sunglasses, and these are a 100% polarized lens. And these actually have what they call a baby sea turtle pattern on the arm of the sunglasses, which I think is such a cute little detail, just a little reminder of the ocean collection. And if you're interested in this pair, it is called the Moonbeam. The other one I got is kind of like the sister of the Moonbeam. This one is called Sunlight, and these actually come in a lot of really fun colors. I wanted to grab the olive green pair. I think those are beautiful. I'll pop up a picture right here. I just think those are so unique, but these are really cute too. They're kind of like an orangey tortoise, and these do have a green lens, which is definitely unique for my collection. And here's what they look like on the side. You have the Soho logo and then the sea turtle shell pattern on the side. This pair is also 100% polarized, and I love the round shape of these. These are such a trendy style. I would say these are the trendiest style that they did in the ocean collection. If you have been looking for some really like model inspired sunglasses, I think these will definitely give you that. I think what I really love about these is that they are a rounded style, but they're also kind of narrow and long at the same time. And of course, each pair comes with their own little case. And this last pair I didn't pick out, but Soho's just sent these along, so I thought I would try them on for you guys. These are called the Constellations, and look how fun they are. I mean, this is nothing that I would have normally picked out, but I'm kind of into it. I love the bright blue lens. This is very ocean collection. I mean, the blue just screams marine life, and I love that. These are apparently inspired by the majestic whale shark, and if you love an aviator style, these are definitely going to be for you. They just have a white frame with the bright blue lens. On the side here, you do have a little bit of gold hardware, and it's just in a cool dotted pattern inspired by whale sharks. And then you also have the tail shaped design on the end. Super fun if you love a more like colorful pair of sunglasses or just something different. I think those are great. Obviously, it is no secret that ocean pollution continues to be a growing crisis in our society, and I just love that Soho is actually doing something to take a stand and hopefully inspire other brands to do the same. Aside from just using eco-friendly materials, they are also partnering with Ocean Conservancy and contributing donations to support their environmental initiatives. So all around, I think this is a really great cause if you guys want to get a cute pair of sunglasses but also feel like you are helping a really good cause. I would definitely check out these sunglasses, and I do have a code for you guys to get 10% off, and I will put that here. I will also have all of the information in the description box. Alrighty, next I want to to talk about a very practical favorite that I've already been getting so much use out of. This is actually a 2-pack of bike shorts right here. I just have the black ones. I believe the brown ones are in the laundry, but I will pop up a picture of what the 2-pack looks like here. They are the exact same thing, of course, but these are by the brand Adodos, I think is how you say it. And they are just like a very simple pair of bike shorts. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to say, but they are just super stretchy. And what I love most about these is just the material. The material is very similar to like a Lululemon Align material, just very soft and stretchy. It's kind of like a smoothing material that you barely can feel on your body. I mean, it really does just kind of sit on your skin perfectly. You can't even feel it. It's not digging in anywhere. It's not unflattering. It's just perfect. So I highly recommend this if you are in the market for some new bike shorts this summer. So next up, I wanted to mention this cake stand, and I did mention this, I believe, in my Mother's Day gift guide video, but how beautiful is this? It does have a top that looks like glass, but it's actually not glass. This is a really thick plastic, which I actually appreciate because it means my daughter is less likely to break it, which is a huge plus for me. And it is so pretty. I just love the texture on the top. And here is what the wood part looks like. And you could totally just use this as a serving tray if you wanted to without the top. And I just love that it spins because people can kind of spin it and pick up what they want. Such a pretty piece. Even if you just wanted to use this to display store-bought bread in your house, like truly anything, I think this makes a great home decor piece, but it's also really functional. We have another home piece, and this is actually a pitcher, and this is real glass, so you do have to be a little bit more careful with this piece. I really liked that it had the gold hardware on the top. It matches well with our kitchen, and the handle of this one is kind of yellow. I think they're trying to match the gold on top. To me, it kind of looks a little bit more yellow in person, but I still think it's pretty. And like I said, here is the gold top that it has. You can easily just take this off, and you can see it does have 2 different sides. So if you wanted kind of a sprinkle effect for a little bit of tea or lemonade to come out, you could use this side. And then on the other side, you have more of a pour spout. But as I mentioned, I just love the look of this one and the ribbed glass texture. It looks beautiful when you do have people over and you're serving like a nice pitcher of lemonade or tea or anything like that. This looks really great, and it does work very well. We've already used it a few times and I really like it. Next, we have a few summertime essentials, and this one is one that I have talked about on my channel before, and I love this. Like, if you get nothing else for summertime, you have got to get this product. It is called the Solar Buddy, and it is a sunscreen applicator. I have raved about this for children, but also you could totally just get it for yourself as well. This makes applying sunscreen, especially to your face, so much easier. But basically, you are just going to unscrew the top of it, and you are going to put whatever sunscreen you want inside. So you can put your kid's sunscreen. If you buy it for yourself, you can put your sunscreen, any like face specific sunscreen. And then once you get it filled, you just pop this part off, and this is what the bottom looks like. So it's basically just a really soft sponge here, and then you have a roller ball in the center. So what you're gonna do is just rub it on your skin like that, and you can see it's applying sunscreen. It does apply a very thin layer, so I'm not sure if you can even see it, but you can tell my hand is kind of shiny. That is where the sunscreen was applied. Another great product for summer, specifically if you deal with any chafing between your thighs, this is called the Body Glide for Her. It is an anti-chafe balm, and this one is the For Her version, but they also have a blue version that is their original. I used that before I used this, and I really think that they are the exact same thing. This one is just a little cuter, I guess, but this is kind of like a deodorant that you can apply in any area where you get a little bit of chafing. So typically for us girlies, it is between our thighs. If you are sweating all day in a theme park or anywhere where you're walking a lot, and especially if it's hot outside and you're wearing like some sort of tight clothing, or you're just not wearing long bike shorts that completely cover your inner thighs, this is going to be such a game changer. Basically, you just rub it on your thighs like you would a deodorant, and it just gives you such a nice kind of thicker layer of smoothness between that area. I used this a few years ago when I went to Disney. It was really hot and we were walking a ton, and no matter what clothing I had on, I felt like I was always dealing with a lot of pain from chafing in between my thighs, and this really came in handy. Another summertime essential is some sort of clip-on fan, and this might not be essential for everyone, but I swear almost every single person watching this could find some beneficial use for this. So this one had a lot of really good reviews on Amazon. I loved the color, which isn't super important, but I mean, look at this beige. I mean, it just looks very adult, very modern, which is what I loved about it. And it almost looks like a Dyson product. It looks very high-end in my opinion, but this one has 3 legs, so you can extend them. If you just wanted to stand it up like a tripod, you could, but of course you can twist this around and attach it to a stroller, a bassinet, a crib, whatever you really want, a camping chair, a tent. And I really liked that this one had a light on it. That is something different that our old fan did not have. So it actually has a few different levels as far as the light goes, so it can get a little bit brighter. I'm not even sure if you can tell with all of my bright lights down here, but it is a pretty good light. So I was impressed by that. And then of course you can turn it off. And this fan does have many different levels. So here is just the first level. It's very quiet. The third level, the fourth level, and then here is the highest level. So these little lights will light up based on if you have 25%, 50%, or 75% of battery life remaining. This has a 4000 mAh battery, and we did use this all day long in Disney, and it really did stay on for a very, very, very long time. We did just charge it at night just to be sure, but yeah, this has been a great thing so far. Another really great thing to have, especially if you have kids, are these little kitty caps. So basically this is an adapter for any plastic water bottle so that your kids can actually drink out of it properly. It does come with 3 of them. We have been using this beige one, but it has 2 additional colors inside of the little pouch here. But these just kind of screw right into a plastic water bottle, and then you can just push this part up and you instantly have kind of like a sippy cup top where if they bite it, the water comes through. And this is just so much easier for them to drink on their own. And if you have multiple kids, they all could use their own little top, which I think is really cool. Okay, this next item I will definitely have to insert clips of because it is absolutely way too big for me to hold up here at my desk. But this is an adjustable weight set that you can configure in a lot of different ways to use them as barbells, dumbbells, a kettlebell, or even a push-up stand. And it comes with all different weights, so you can make them be up to 90 pounds. And this is really cool because as we all know, weights are very, very, very expensive, especially if you're buying a barbell and things like that. So I loved that this is kind of like an all-in-one. I can kind of use it for what I need and then switch it into something else that I need. It comes with the pieces that you need to make it a barbell. It even comes with like a little neck cushion, and you can lift up to 90 pounds, which for me, that's really all I would need at this point in my workout journey. So I'm really happy with it. And then of course you can make it into some heavier dumbbells, which is great. Those alone can be like $100, $200 depending on what weights you're getting. But yeah, I've been really happy with it. It also has great reviews on Amazon. It's pretty easy to put together. And like I said, you can also use it for a kettlebell. I mean, it really does do it all. Next, I wanted to talk about a few products from the brand Medicube, which is a Korean skincare company available on Amazon. So I have tried a few of their products now. These are kind of like sheet masks, but they are a little bit more intense than just your regular sheet mask. But these are the 2 that I have. So the yellow one here is the kojic acid brightening gel mask, and this one is one that I typically use in the morning if I am like not really getting ready for a few hours. I will put this on, leave it for like 3 to 4 hours, and then I will do my makeup. It's great if you have like an event later in the evening and you can wear this kind of all day long up until you get ready. These masks are intended to be worn for 1 to 3 hours. They're not really your standard little paper sheet mask that you only leave on for 20 minutes and then it's done. These are kind of like an extended wear mask, and I love that because I feel like I'm getting double the benefits, right? And these are a lot thicker. They feel so nice on your skin, and they just kind of like mold into your skin. It's really cool. This one has the collagen, it has niacinamide, and I think this entire pink line is like with salmon DNA. I don't know. I've heard lots of things about that, but apparently it works really, really well for your skin and just hydrating it overall. So hey, if it works, I'll try it. These are a couple more viral products that I saw all over social media, and I had to try them out for myself. And these are called their capsule cream. So I don't know if you can tell, but inside of this red gel, you have these pink little balls, and you're supposed to kind of scoop one of those out each time you apply it, and then it kind of bursts on your face, and it just looks really cool. It feels really nice on your skin, and of course it has amazing skincare benefits. So this one here is the TXA niacinamide capsule cream, which is going to be great primarily for hydrating your skin. And then I also have the Medicube Deep Vita C capsule cream, and this one is going to be more of a brightening cream. And here is what the capsule cream looks like of this one. It is a clear gel with the little yellow capsules inside. Next, let's jump into some kitchen favorites, and this is an oil dispenser. I have had many different oil dispensers throughout my time being a homeowner, and this one is definitely my favorite. It is just very simple. It is a glass jar here that you fill with whatever whatever olive oil you want. But what I like about this one is that you can actually use it as a sprayer, or it has a pour spout, which is definitely essential. We definitely use it, as I'm sure a lot of you do, to kind of pour a little bit in your pan before you cook something, maybe vegetables or searing a salmon skin. But sometimes I do want to use my olive oil to spray it on a sheet pan for cookies or baking some veggies in the oven, anything like that where you want to just like spray a pan and use a very small amount. So for that, you can just use this little handle here and it is going to evenly spray your pan. Both me and my husband really love this. It works very well. You can see we've already used half of ours up already and we've had no issues with it. A lot of other olive oil dispensers we've used in the past have broken very quickly, but that one is still going strong. These I also mentioned in my Mother's Day gift guide video, but I wanted to throw them in an Amazon favorites video because they are some recent Amazon purchases and I am just totally in love with these. I love Mackenzie Childs. She makes such beautiful home decor pieces and I really like this beige pattern that she does. Mackenzie Childs, if you don't know who she is known for this checkered pattern and just really luxury, beautiful, but unique home decor pieces. You're probably like, Kayla, that doesn't look super unique, and I know because I chose the beige, but she has so many other cool colors available and a lot more unique pieces. But I just got what I felt would go best with my kitchen, and these definitely fit in with my neutral color scheme quite well. So I just got a larger canister and then I also got a smaller one. So they look beautiful sitting side by side. I love the gold detail and I also love the knob here at the top. It just looks like a crystal. It's so beautiful. I'm still kind of deciding what I want to put in here. You could definitely do coffee grounds. You could do sugar if you use it a lot, or you could just use it for some sort of trail mix or baked goods. Another item I recently picked up for my kitchen is this Flex Edge beater for the KitchenAid mixer. So I have one of these that just has the silicone edge on one side, but then I saw this one during the big spring sale and I was like, that makes so much sense. Why don't I get this one? So now this is basically all I use for my KitchenAid mixer. If you don't have one of these little mixing attachments that has the silicone edge, it really is a game changer. I love it. It just scrapes your bowl a little bit more. It's not going to be perfect. You're still going to need to go in yourself and get the sides of the bowl, but I do find that this one mixes a lot better. You have a lot less batter on the sides of your bowl. So I really recommend this if you do use your KitchenAid mixer to bake a lot or do any cooking for the holidays. This is just such a nice little accessory for it. This is a product that I have mentioned before, I think at the beginning of the year, but I wanted to throw it in a favorites video. I don't think I've ever had it in an Amazon favorites, but this is really cool. It is called the Menu Planning Made Easy. This one is the Slow Cooker Series Volume 2. So it basically comes in this little box here, which is very convenient. You take off the top and then here in the front you have a table of contents. So if you pull this out, you're going to see week 1 through week 12, and each week there are 6 slow cooker recipes that you can do. Maybe not everyone wants to do 6 crock pot recipes every single week for 12 weeks, but I just got this because I thought it would be a great starting point if I know I want to do a crock pot recipe, but I don't really know what to cook. This is a really nice thing to have. So you can just find whatever recipe you want on this card here, and then you can go week by week. So you have week 1 through 6, and then right behind it you have week 7 through 12, or you can use this as a planner so you can pick out your favorite recipes and put them behind whatever week you want to make them. But there are some really good recipes included in this little set. So you have a lot of dinner ideas, you even have some side options, you even have a lot of desserts too. So this one is a cinnamon roll casserole, and here on the back you can see the ingredients and the directions. Some other recipes that you're going to find in this set, you have Italian chicken sandwiches, you have Philly cheesesteak stuffed peppers, chicken noodle soup, a very berry cobbler, buffalo chicken sweet potatoes, and lots of other recipes. Next, I wanted to mention these stackable storage bins, which I feel like I might have talked about on my channel before, but I'm mentioning them again because I purchased them again. Our basement actually flooded last December and a lot of stuff got ruined, like a lot of stuff, and a couple of these stackable storage bins got ruined, and I immediately had to purchase them again because I cannot live without these. They are so nice for storing any blankets or extra sheets and comforters. Like truly anything that you have, these are going to be great for it. I have the size large, which is a 66-liter size. It comes in a 3-pack, and I feel like for the price, these are incredible. They store completely flat when you're not using them, and then once you get them, you can easily like pop in the side sides and zip them up. And like I said, they are easy to stack on top of each other. And I love that they're beige, neutral, they match with everything, and they hold up very nicely. Like they can hold a lot of weight inside. And I also love that they have a clear window on the front and the side, so you can easily see what's inside before you open it, which is great. This portable charger is my favorite portable charger I have ever used. First of all, it's so cute. I love the pink color, of course, but what I mostly love about this is that it actually plugs directly into the wall. So you just literally fold this piece out right here, and when you get home after using it all day, you plug it right into the outlet. And this was the most convenient thing ever. I hate traveling with a bunch of cords. We already have enough cords to travel with, so bringing your portable charger as is just like the best news ever. So this was very, very easy. It shows you exactly how much it's charged up on the screen right here once you plug it in. And it does come with a micro USB and USB-C over here. And then you also have a lightning cable over here, which is great because no matter which iPhone you have, you can use this for not only your iPhone, but also any other devices. And you also have a USB-C port on the bottom and a USB port. So it has so many different functions, but yet it is so convenient just being able to plug it into the wall. Next, we have a couple of fashion pieces. And this one I did mention in my recent Amazon fashion video, but I wanted to throw it in here because this is a really great look-alike item for a very expensive top from Aritzia. And I didn't even realize it until I had purchased this one from Amazon, and then I had accidentally purchased a very similar one from Aritzia. And once I did the try-on haul for both videos, I was like, wait, they look exactly alike, and they really are. So this is an off-the-shoulder style top, but it has a cute little twist detail in the front. And the Amazon one I just got in a solid black, so it goes with everything. It is so flattering. This one is really thick and stretchy. It looks great on. I just feel like it is so flattering. It actually has some ruching here on the sides, and I just could not believe how similar this was to the Aritzia one that is probably double the price. So I actually returned the Aritzia one, and I'm gonna keep this one, and if I ever want it in additional colors, I can just go back and grab it. And if you're wondering what to wear under that top, since it is off the shoulder, of course you could do a strapless bra, but I have been using these nipple covers from Amazon for literally every single outfit that is strapless or one shoulder or just anything where I can't wear a normal bra. These have been a go-to. They remind me so much of the Cakes nipple covers, except these are sticky. So these are just like your traditional nipple covers, but what I like about these is that they come in different sizes. When silicone nipple covers first came out, they were all in this little teeny tiny size, and when I put them on, it just made me look like I had really round, pointy nipples, and that was just not flattering at all. Now I like that you can get them in your actual cup size. So as you can see, these are a little bit bigger. I do have a D cup size, and these fit perfectly. They're also really thin on the edge of the nipple cover, so they're going to seamlessly fit and mold into your skin. I might have mentioned these in my Amazon fashion video, and I do plan on doing an entire Amazon accessories video very soon, but I wanted to mention these here because they have still been one of my favorite pairs of earrings that I have. They're just like a very oversized oval shaped earring, and they're kind of like an asymmetrical oval. I'm not sure if you can tell, but they're a little bit uneven on purpose though, and I just think it gives them such a modern kind of abstract look. And this does come in a 2-pack, so I have the gold ones here, and then I also have the silver ones. And I love any earrings that come in a 2-pack because I do wear mostly gold jewelry, but when I do want to wear silver accessories, I want to make sure I have some options that really go with my outfit, and these are like such a go-to staple earring for me. So yeah, I love that I have them in both colors. And really quickly, I'll mention that my earrings I'm wearing today are also from Amazon, and the necklace I'm wearing today. So I will go ahead and link these down below too. Okay, next up I have a hand chain, and I should have had my husband put this on before I started filming because it is a little bit difficult to attach on my own, but I will hold it in place so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's just a very dainty gold chain. You just put one of the chains around your middle finger here, and it looks so cute and elegant. I don't know if you guys have seen anything about hand chains like this, but they are so popular right now. But I love jewelry like this. I think it is so beautiful. If you just want something to add to your look a little bit, but you still want it to be very dainty and elegant, I think these are a great way to just incorporate something a little bit extra. But like I said, it is very difficult to attach on your own, so I would recommend having someone do that for you. Next, we have a cool little tech find. This is actually a keyboard cleaner kit. And when you first hear that, you might be thinking, that's not really necessary. I probably have tools around my house that I could use to clean my keyboard, to clean my laptop, to clean my phone. That may be true, but I will say after purchasing this, I do think think it's worth it because these tools just work perfectly. They fit beautifully inside the little tiny keys of my laptop. I have had my laptop for years and years and years at this point, and it gets very dirty. It is the thing that I use the most often in life, and so I really needed to give it a good cleaning. So this was the perfect kit, and I also just love how everything is nice and compact. It's clear, you can see everything inside, and it even has this little brush that pops up here, which is really great for literally brushing over top of your keys or in between like your screen and keys, like that little area that gets so dirty. And then this you just slide right off to reveal all of the different tools that come inside to clean your laptop. So it comes with a little miniature screen cleaner, another little super tiny brush, this little felt tip sponge kind of applicator, and then you can actually attach the brush to the other end just like that. This is the tool that I find most useful. It is just like a really thin little pick, and I use this to really get in between my keys or even underneath my keys. It's really helpful. And then on the other end you have this felt cloth here that you can actually detach from the Velcro and use it to clean your screen. So I thought that was really convenient. I just love how you get all of these tools, but they're also really nice and organized, so you can literally just like take this cute little pink kit on the go if you needed to. Okay, next up I wanted to mention this mug organizer, and this is another thing that I am so happy with. I recently picked this up and it does come in a 2-pack. I love the beige color, as we know. I mean, I just love neutral things that will pretty much match in any room, and this is definitely that. So you have the beige, you have the brown liner here. This is clear, so if you wanted to like stick a little label inside, you totally could. I have not done that yet, but I probably will. And you do have handles on the side for convenience. Then you just unzip this, and when you open it, you can see I have all of my Valentine's Day and Easter mugs inside. So it comes with a thick pad that you can put on the bottom, which I already did, of course, and then it comes with all of these different dividers. Some of them I didn't include a divider because a lot of my mugs are oversized. So you can see this one is in a smaller square, but then I have these two next to each other in a bigger square. I didn't put the divider here. So you really can play with it and make it work for whatever mugs you have. And then this part up here is also really padded. So your mugs are going to stay nice and secure, which is exactly what I was looking for because I do have a lot of holiday mugs, and obviously I don't want them all in my kitchen at once because I do have a pretty small kitchen. So for me, I store my holiday mugs in a storage room until I want to break them out for the season, but I really wanted a nice and secure place to do that, to where I know they are not going to get broken, and this is perfect. And I also love that it comes in a 2-pack, so if I wanted to, I could do multiple different holidays, and I could even label them so I know exactly what I'm looking for when I need to pull them out. Next, I wanted to mention this cute little gold tray. This would be a really nice decorative piece. I actually got it primarily for filming purposes, but I also just think it is a really beautiful piece. I have a lot of gold down here in my studio, so this is going to fit in quite perfectly, and it does have a mirrored bottom you can see there. So I like it because it reflects the products up. So you can see when I place something, you can kind of like see the reflection. I don't know, it just makes everything look really good and just more polished and put together. And it kind of just makes it look like you have more sitting out than you actually do, but in a good way. I don't know, it just looks very cohesive when you put everything there. And this is actually a pretty good size. So you can see that is the complete tray there. I also wanted to mention a couple of new dog beds that I got obviously for my dog. So I have had dog beds similar to this in the past, but those I didn't order on Amazon, and these I did order on Amazon, and they are literally the exact same thing. They are so affordable, especially if you can get them on deal. So for my dog Buck, I think I got the size medium. I'll put the exact size that I got in the description box next to the link, but he had basically this exact same bed before. He loves this type of bed that's really fluffy and it has the edges all around. They're supposed to be anxiety reducing, and I would say that that is true because my dog Buck has a lot of anxiety and he really likes to snuggle and be close to somebody, and this bed really does help him feel like he is snuggling with someone. So I love it. He loves it. His other one was just very old and dirty and kind of matted down, so we went ahead and got him a new one, and it is beautiful. I just got it in a beige color, and my dog Archie, I actually got him one to match. He is a golden retriever, so he got the extra large size. He really technically only needed the large, but we just went ahead and got the extra large because we figured it would give him a little bit more room to spread out, or if both of them wanted to lay in it, they could. And I'm really happy we kept the extra large size because they both have really enjoyed it. This filtered water bottle I also got for my Disney trip, and I wanted to mention it. It's from Simple Modern, but I love the pattern of this. It is just a simple white color, but of course you have the monochromatic kind of gray tone leopard print over top. I think that is so pretty. I actually already had a cup in this pattern, but then I went searching for a filtered water bottle because that's specifically what I wanted to take to Disney. And I saw they had it in this same pattern. And I was like, you know what? I love that so much. I'm going to get the exact same pattern in my water bottle. So this one is great because it's very slim. It's easy to take on the go. This is not my everyday cup. I do still use my Stanley cup most days, but I wanted this just for travel. And this was perfect for that. I love that it has this little handle that you can carry it with. And then of course it has the completely closed top and you can just hit this button if you want to open it. And here's what the mouthpiece looks like. Mine probably still has lipstick stains on it, but it is just the mouthpiece that you bite to get the water to come up. But like I said, why I purchased this one is because it actually has a filter inside. So this part right here, you can unlock and you can see the filter just goes right here. So you are able to replace this filter as needed. And I personally wanted that because if you are going to be filling up your water bottle from random water fountains and different things like that when you're traveling, I just feel a lot better knowing that my water is filtered. So that is why I specifically wanted this water bottle, and I do think it works well. Another thing that I took to Disney is this cute little miniature backpack. It is just in a white faux leather, so it's really easy to clean. And I got this because it was like a smaller size, but it was still really, really cute. It matched all of my outfits because of the neutral color. I love this little bow detail here in the center, and surprisingly, this fit so much stuff, you guys. Like, I packed a bunch of stuff in here. I had that water bottle, my portable charger, I had a misting fan, I had my daughter's diapers, extra change of clothes, sometimes Minnie Mouse ears, like all sorts of things fit in here. It does have one little pocket inside. The inside is kind of slick, so it's also very easy to clean. And this backpack does have gold hardware, which I liked. You do have two side pockets, and you also have a zippered pocket on the back of the backpack. So that's really convenient for any additional space. And then it just has rather long straps that are adjustable. And I just felt like this was the perfect size if you're looking for a backpack to go to Disney World or any other amusement parks where you can take somewhat of a smaller bag on the ride. This one is great. I didn't have to store it for any rides. This was always allowed with me because of the size. And that is exactly what I was looking for. It's just so convenient, little miniature backpack, but it holds so much. So random, but these are like an essential for me. They're like the little Colgate wisps that you just use to brush your teeth on the go. So it comes in a pack like this. You get quite a few inside. And of course, this is what they look like. I'm sure you guys have all seen these, but I feel like it's something that we forget about. But I don't know what it is. I am constantly getting stuff stuck in my teeth. I think just because my teeth are like really tight together, there's like not a lot of space. So I'm always getting stuff stuck in my teeth, and these are just really great to have on the go. Number one, you can bite them and bust the little thing in the middle to just freshen up your breath and kind of give you like a little toothbrushing on the go. But they also have this pointy side where you can literally get in there and get things that are stuck between your teeth. So I always have these in my purse, in my travel backpack, in my car. Wherever I am, I'm going to have one of these because they are just so convenient. And the very last thing that I wanted to mention is this from Dr. Scholl's. These come in, I think, a 3-pack, but they are a warming foot mask. So if you have a trip where you're walking a lot, this is such a game changer. It is so relaxing and it just makes your feet feel amazing. So it's a literal mask. You just like put your foot inside, and it has Epsom salt and shea butter. So it's going to deeply moisturize your feet, and it also kind of warms them up at the same time, which is really relaxing. I love to do these before bed, like do a little face mask, do a little foot mask. My feet feel so rejuvenated. They look incredible afterwards because they're so moisturized. And like I said, it warms them up, which for me, I always love heat therapy when anything hurts, like my back hurts, I'm using a heating pad, my feet hurt, I want something to warm them up. So this is perfect. But yeah, that is it for today's Amazon favorites video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. And if you're not already, be sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave today. Let me know what you guys have recently picked up from Amazon because I'm always looking for new, unique finds. And if you tell me, then maybe I'll include it in my next Amazon favorites video. That would be so much fun. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really do hope you'll stick around and subscribe. And if so, I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.